Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in us all, and by Fregasso Financial Advisors. How different could your life be? Fee-based investment management securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Our region's business. Innovation, transformation, momentum, improving our communities and driving technologies that will shape our region for generations. The collaboration that brings vitality, prosperity, and life to living. Stay with us for the coming half hour as we examine in depth our region's business. Now, here's your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, One Young World, a global effort to make heard the voices of future leaders and building our region's economy by promoting locally grown food. We'll find out how Pittsburgh's Greenest Hotel is featuring locally grown produce. But first, the growing effort to build communities, strengthen local agriculture, and encourage healthier living by focusing on local food. Recently, hundreds turned out for the Farm to Table conference at Pittsburgh's David L. Lawrence Convention Center. Exhibitors showcased everything from a web-based market maker that allows farmers to find markets, restaurants, and other potential buyers for their produce, to Paul Bunyan's Maple Syrup, a Somerset County startup that's tapping local trees to make fresh maple products. What got you into the maple syrup business and maple products business?
Well, actually, we have a farm where we sell Christmas trees during the Christmas season. Sure. And we also have the maple trees. So we thought use our natural resources around us and started to tap our trees, and then we won the Maple Festival, and so I decided actually to make a business out of it. So now this is what I do full time.
Here to tell us more about the Buy Local movement are Leah Lizarondo Shannon, founder of the Brazen Kitchen and vice chair of Grow Pittsburgh, and Leah Smith, the member services manager of the Pennsylvania Association for Sustainable Agriculture. And welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thank you.
Why don't we start with, first off, what is Brazen Kitchen?
Brazen Kitchen is a blog that I just launched, and it's basically a food and food policy blog. And the food that's featured there is all plant-based, featuring seasonal produce that's available in our area. And it also discusses policy, anywhere from GMO seeds to local zoning regulations. So it's anything you want to learn about food and local food.
What got you into that?
I love farming and I love food. Okay.
Good enough, I guess. You put the two together. You're also involved with Grow Pittsburgh, and for people who aren't familiar with that effort.
Right, yeah. Grow Pittsburgh I'm on the board of Grow Pittsburgh, and Grow Pittsburgh is the only organization in the city of Pittsburgh that advocates for urban agriculture. So basically, we grow food and we teach people how to grow food. And we have a number of programs, one of which is supporting the community gardens in the city and transforming them from traditional, flowers and decorative plants to actually edible gardens. And on the other side of that, we also are in some public schools with an edible schoolyard program where we teach young children how to start gardening.
Just heard about that at another conference I was at the other day, and they mentioned that if you teach kids to actually grow their own vegetables, they'll actually eat vegetables.
Right, and it's very important because the statistics now show that 1 in 3 kids will develop diabetes in their lifetime if they continue this diet that they're in.
Huge, huge issue. So tell me about the Pennsylvania Association for Sustainable Agriculture. You're kind of outside the city, all over the region, right?
Right. We're a statewide organization with over 6,000 members throughout Pennsylvania, and we work to promote profitable farms, help farmers learn about sustainable agriculture practices, and help consumers connect to healthy local food.
Well, I was intrigued down at the Farm to Table conference. A lot of it really did seem to be about the farmers finding markets, kind of taking out the middleman, going direct, fresher food, and I guess higher profit margins for farmers potentially, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of reasons to purchase food from local farmers and support the local food system. One of the reasons is that when farmers sell direct to customers, like you mentioned, they're keeping all of the profits within the local economy, and they're more likely to reinvest that money back into communities. Also, you're getting access to healthier, fresher food that was, picked just a day or even that morning. And you're also, strengthening the social community as well, getting to know your farmers, bumping into your neighbors at the farmers market. So there's a lot of reasons to support local food.
Healthy communities at a whole set of levels there, right? From the individual all the way up to the community and,
exactly.
and the town itself. Mm-hmm. Is this it seems to be a growing phenomenon around here.
Definitely, and more young people are getting into it, which is great. I was telling you earlier, a New York Times article just came out recently where in one city, the average age of, a farmer went from 60s to 30s. People are recognizing that sustainability, health, and all of these are all interconnected, and growing local and buying local is an essential part of that.
What are some of the challenges though you have in spreading the word, getting people to buy into this, both for here in the urban environment, but especially for farmers and others across the state?
In the urban environment, because these are city folk, a lot of them need to be taught the basics. How do I transform this patch of land that used to be a lawn into something that I could actually take advantage of and eat off of. So we do garden primer series to help with that. And with community gardens, again, reorienting the thought from traditional flowers and decorative plants to rows of vegetables that they can tend and actually harvest from.
Now, is the city receptive, and I'm talking about the city government, receptive to this kind of activity?
There's a city growers program currently right now, and definitely there's more and more support and more momentum with the city in terms of our program, so it's encouraging.
How about for farmers, farm markets, that whole universe? What are some of the challenges they face?
Well, there are some things that consumers, kind of a learning curve to be able to find and access local foods, and we at PASA really work hard to help make it easier for people. So there's some different ways that you have to purchase food. You may not be able to go into your grocery store and find local food, although the more you ask for it, the more we're seeing that retail businesses are recognizing the importance of this market. But there are other ways that you can access local food, like shopping at farmers markets or joining something called community supported agriculture, which is a kind of subscription program. So you could sign up at the beginning of the year, and farmers get the money they need to get started, buy their seeds and get started in the spring, and then each week throughout the season you would pick up your share of the produce that's grown that week. So we at PASA, you can go to our website, www.pasafarming.org, and there are some resources there, lists of CSAs and farmers market directories to help you find what you're looking for.
That's great. Say the website once more.
www.pasafarming.org.
PASA Farming, P-A-S-A.
Yes.
P-A-S-A farming.org. Yeah, and for people that are interested, well, number one, you got a blog, so we got to ask you how people can read that and find that, and second, if they wanted to get into urban farming, how do they begin to start?
Well, the blog is brazenkitchen.com, and if they want to get involved with urban farming, they can just contact Grow Pittsburgh, which is growpittsburgh.org, and sign up for the garden primer, which is a 3-day workshop where they can learn the basics and they get their own little starter package.
That's really cool. How many people are doing it right now, or how much land is in cultivation in this kind of farming?
That's a good question. We have a big farm in Braddock. We farm at Frick as well.
I've seen it in Frick Park. You drive along Forbes Avenue and you can see it.
And then we also are in different community gardens such as Lawrenceville and Oakland and a few other more. So it's growing and growing, and it's getting there.
Literally and figuratively. Well,
Definitely.
It's exciting and obviously good for the community, good for all of us if we all eat a little bit healthier.
Right.
Leah Shannon and Leah Smith, thank you both so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, from farm to table to the Fairmont, our region's newest 4-diamond hotel. Stay with us.